Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Panda Photographer, and let's talk about the New York City mayor offering $1,000 to every single immigrant cycling sealer that is here in New York City. Now, as someone that is actually currently homeless and facing houselessness, it's an insult by the mayor to neglect the people of New York City and the taxpayers of this city. For those that are homeless that have jobs or have some type of employment, it's also an insult to those individuals that are living on the poverty line and facing houselessness maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe next week. But ladies and gentlemen, this mayor wants to penalize taxpayers. This mayor wants to give away free money. You already gave free resources, free clothing, free hospitality, hotel stays, and free food. And mind you, no offense to the cycling sealers or the immigrants that come here, but let me inform them that as someone that's dual citizen, you literally, mayor of New York City, violated my rights by not even offering me a $1,000 debit card. So with that said, everyone, the mayor wants to give free money, but he wants it to come out of the taxpayers' pockets. So, with that said, everyone, I don't think this is a good approach. I don't think this is this is a bad idea. And the reason why I'm saying a bad idea is because they already gotten so much already. And mind you, every other American homeless person that's out here on the streets in the United States are being neglected because of this immigrant crisis that's taking place in New York City or anywhere in that fact. Chicago is at worst. Everyone thinks in New York City that they're the only city dealing with this crisis. No, it's not. This crisis is actually happening in every major city. So with that said, everyone, but this mayor, Eric Adams, and his administration wants to give out free $1,000 debit cards, but won't ever offer this to an American citizen that is homeless, and or American citizen that is homeless but has a job but can't afford housing. So with that said, everyone, if you've seen Jordan Cash's video today, how New York is forcing people to become homeless, that is a true statement. It is such a true statement. The mayor and his politician and his office are not thinking about the people of New York City. They're not. They're not even coming to think about the terms of what they're doing right now. If you're going to spend $53 million to try to give every single migrant $1,000, why don't you put that money towards mental health services for those facing mental health services in this city? But he doesn't want to do that. And that's right, David. He doesn't want to do it. I'm insulted. I am really insulted by his gesture of giving away free money. It's not free money. It's taxpayers' money. That's not free money. That's taxpayer. And then he's asking for federal assistance on top of it. That's still taxpayers' money. It's coming out of the American people's pocket. No matter how you look at it, it is coming out of the American people's pocket. But it will never come out the rich pocket. So with that said, everyone, I've been in Starbucks all day today. I refuse to go to a cafeteria or a community refrigerator because we stood at a community refrigerator yesterday for 12 hours in this cold weather and got no food. Because people are not donating because people are on a budget right now. People cannot afford to donate anymore. People cannot afford to spare extra food they have in their home anymore because everyone is on the grind in this city. Mind you, you have to make $100,000 to order to feel comfortably in this city. And as rent is increasing and as landlords have taken advantage in the last 2 years after a 50-year long law to protect residents from landlords was actually 2 years ago was never actually brought up as a are we going to renew this policy or this law? But no, Now, landlords can price any 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom at any price they want to give. And honestly, I cannot afford any of these apartments in New York City because first and foremost, I need 2 salary jobs. I don't need a flipping burger job. I don't need a McDonald's job. I need a salary job to order to comfortably stay stable in this city. But as the mayor wants to give out $1,000 to cyclone sealers, now I applaud cyclone sealers trying to come here and make a difference, but coming here and starting problems, robbing people, theft on mopeds, stealing people's phones, people's property. Not only that, assaulting police officers once again. If you didn't see that video, everyone, last night, Cyclone Seas decided to attack more police officers in Randall's Island immigration shelter. You guys should check that video out. It is so alarming that some of these cyclone sealers feel like they entitled because America, oh no, not America, but some people told them to be entitled. And mind you, the gangs are here too. So that makes everything worse. Now you gotta be alert. Now you gotta be vigilant and stay on alert. So with that said, everyone, I'm kind of disappointed at the mayor's decision to try to give $1,000 to cyclone sealers, but he won't give that money to American people that are suffering. That's an insult to the American people. That's an insult to everyone's way of life here in New York City. They are the taxpayers. I'm not saying the taxpayers should come first, but we always happen first when it comes down to all these resources on how much taxes we have to pay, how much we have to suffer for even more. I think the American people should come first because it's obviously that people right now are facing homelessness at a high rate, and it's not good. No one is going to be able to afford to live in a city if they continue to increase rent. Look, more housing is going up, but that's not affordable housing as you see here. That's not affordable housing you see in the background. That is not affordable housing. David Oster says it's much a stupid thing to do. They should look after the homeless first. Well, David, they won't look at the homeless. They will never look after the homeless. Look what they're doing in Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. They just swept the longest camp facility or campsite out of 2.5 years. And mind you, living in Alaska and being homeless in Alaska, you are definitely going to die. You ever been homeless in Juneau, Alaska, or Anchorage, Alaska? Mind you, when it snows and when it's heavy snow, and mind you, people get their hands amputated, their feet amputated. And mind you, in Anchorage, Alaska, there's a serious alcohol problem among the homeless. They do that to stay warm. Apparently, they think drinking alcohol makes them stay warm, but it doesn't. So, I'm letting people know that hypothermia and exposure to this cold weather doesn't matter if it's 35, it's 40. You can still catch frostbites, hypothermia. You can get sick. You can chronically get sick like I did. Got sick really bad about a month ago. And now that cold might be coming back because I'm out here exposing myself 24/7. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen to what I have to say before you make any argument. The reason why I don't use the system, the reason why I don't get EBT, the reason why I don't ask for the EBT or any of the system, because we know that the system is not for me or for you. It's corrupt. Why ask me all these questions when you already know the questions? I'm sorry, why you ask all these questions when you already know the answer to these questions, New York City? Why do I have to prove to you and show you 6 months of my bank statements? That's a little bit alarming. But you're going to give cyclone sealers free food, free debit cards, free substance, sorry, lost my train of thought. Supplement food stamps to those But when it comes down to me, you ask me this question, you want this paperwork, you want my ID, you want my social security number, you want this, you want that. In order for me to get, no. As a taxpayer, I feel like EBT should be given to me without even question. Seriously. But, mind you, the reason why I don't use the system, because in 2021, we were denied 3 times. Why? Wow, that's an illegal U-turn. But, like I said, people think they're entitled. But, with that said, everyone, I think it's just unfair that the mayor is favoring cyclone sealers over his own American people. I'm sorry to say that to the cyclone sealers. I'm sorry that you feel offended. And it's not to make you feel offended. You have to understand how we are living here before you came along. We were suffering. We were dealing with a pandemic. We were dealing with the homeless crisis. We were dealing with the rent crisis. And now we got to deal with more problems with the immigration crisis. And not only that, homelessness is becoming the new norm now. If you didn't see my video, you see a lot of people sleeping on the subway. A lot of people. So that should go to show you that the mayor is not paying attention to detail. The mayor doesn't want to help the people of New York City. But he wants to get his good gracious to the cyclone sealers by offering them $1,000. So you think that by offering them $1,000 they're going to behave themselves? I don't think so. That's not how it works. And I think that's his motivation, because he's a cop. The mayor has always been a cop. He was always a cop. He will stay a cop. He thinks like a cop. He doesn't think like a politician, because he's not a politician. He's a police officer. And that's what you have to remind yourself. He's not a politician. He was never a politician. And in the last 10 years he became political? Because he decided that he wanted to run for office after running, 30 years on the police force? So now you want to run for office. See, he's not a politician, everybody. He's a servant of the people. And that's what he has to do as well. Serve the people, the righteous thing to do. We need that $1,000. Us, American people, need that $1,000. But you won't give it to us. You refuse to give it to us. You refuse to give it to anyone that's homeless in New York City. But you would give it to the cyclone sealers or the immigration problem by trying to make them happy. That's not making them happy. You're making them happy, but you're pissing off New Yorkers at the same time. Mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, and your administration office needs to know about this. You're upsetting American people. And this is not how to go about it. So with that said, everyone, I just want to plug this because I feel abandoned. And you wonder why I'm so in disarray with this country. Not only they took my money, they took my savings, they took from me. Mind you, I was assaulted several times. I've been a victim of hate crime several times, not just in New York, but in Madison, Wisconsin, San Francisco, Portland. Doesn't matter. In the last 3 years, I've been suffering, but I'm still here trying to make a difference for myself. And every time I try to push it and go to the next level, there's always something to prevent me from doing it. But this is where I have to come out the box and think outside the box and try to do harder. But with that said, everyone, I just want to make you understand that this is how I feel about the mayor. The mayor should be giving that money to its American homeless population, not the immigration problem. Because all they want is free stuff. And you guys are probably going to ask this question. Can any homeless person go into those cyclones? No. Only people that are coming out of the country asking for asylum can enter these places. The homeless are on their own. As you can see, the homeless are on their own. We are on our own. Our shelters are full of cyclone sealers. We are on our own. We have to sleep outside or in the subway. That's just the main fact that we have to deal with it. And people that are watching this video, you have to come to terms to understand what you're watching. Watch Jordan Cash's video once again. He explains it very detailed. And I said the same thing months ago and no one watched my video. Everyone kept saying, I'm just ranting, I'm ranting. I'm not ranting when the things are actually happening. These things are happening. More and more people are becoming houseless and homeless because of politicians' stupid mistakes. And that's what it comes down to. It's just politicians making stupid mistakes. So with that said, everyone, if you guys want to support the channel tonight, you want to buy me a dinner, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. I appreciate that. But you can subscribe, like, and share. And I will talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.